What's going on, guys? Glock Guy 226 here. As you can see, I have my Glock 19 and my Glock 43 with me. What I want to talk about is the world of custom Glocks. So let's go ahead and safety check both of these guns before we get into anything else, guys. As you can see there, it's a little dark in there, but the G43 is empty, and there's an empty magazine in there, as you can see. As for the Glock 19, she is also empty. Be a little bit easier to see with that titanium nitride barrel. And the mag well is empty. I will be inserting an empty magazine in that as well. But really what I want to touch base on is a subject that a lot of us are familiar with. I mainly am talking about Glocks, but this could fall into any category, guys. ARs, AKs, any kind of pistol. If you're not into Glocks, just insert your gun here, and this is what we're going to talk about. The world of customization. If you're just getting into guns, it is probably so overwhelming it's not even funny. I get so many questions daily, which I love it. I love interacting with you guys. If you have any questions ever, hit me up on Instagram, here on YouTube, in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But upgrades, I mean, it's overwhelming for me. It's crazy. Say you go buy a brand new Glock or whatever gun of your choice. Of course you're gonna go home, Google stuff, cool upgrades, and you might keep your gun stock, and if you do, that's fine. That is your preference. Some people like to go completely over the top. Some people like them stock. I like to do functional upgrades. I have videos going in depth on the upgrades of my G19. I have a couple upgrade videos on my Glock 43. Now, my Glock 43 is probably one of my most popular guns as far as videos go on YouTube here. I get the most hits on these videos on my G43, the most comments on it. Upgrades are just there's so many out there, it's crazy. Like I said, I try to go with functional upgrades such as sights, trigger. I like to add a light. I like to stipple my guns for better grip. Mag extensions to add a couple rounds, things like that. I really do like to get the best performance I can out of my gun. Now, is your gun good enough stock? More than likely. It'll do the job. There's nothing wrong with it. It'll probably perform great, just fine. And that's been proven for a long time with Glocks especially. But are there things that can improve your gun? Of course. Now, depending on what gun you have, let's just say Glock stuff. This is what I have here in front of me. It's the easiest thing to say. It's probably one of the more popular guns out there to customize. What upgrades can you do to improve your gun? Well, sights are always one of the first things you want to do, guys. That is probably the number one thing. Getting a good pair of sights on your Glock is mandatory in my eyes. Now, getting into other things, triggers. You don't have to do this. It's not the most common thing that people do, but a trigger really will improve your shooting and accuracy, follow-up shots a lot. I have found that out. I was on the edge of why would I get a trigger for a long time. I ran stock Glock triggers. Maybe I'd polish the trigger bar, throw like a ghost connector in there. But once I got into upgraded triggers, it really does improve your accuracy. Stippling improves your grip. Mag extensions, get an extra round or two. A light, if you have any defensive weapon, handgun, pistols, ARs, whatever, shotgun, home defense, your EDC gun, it's definitely a good thing to run a light, guys. It's definitely not a bad thing. These are things you want to look into. Now, like I said, whatever gun you have, maybe you went and bought a Smith & Wesson Shield. There are so many upgrades you can do for that. And do you need to do them? Do you have to? No, but you definitely don't have to. But it is also fun. Now, some of the stuff I really wanted to touch base on tonight are things like getting your slides milled. That is something that's gotten very big here in the last few years. Companies such as Jaegerworks, Agents Yarms, Loki Tactical, and so many more, Wetworks. You can go on and on with these companies that are sprouting up and that have been around for a while that want to do, slide milling. I've been thinking of doing this for a while now. I may end up doing it more or less just for the cool factor. That is one of the things that are hard for guys that are just getting into it is what should I do to my gun? What should I do that is kind of a functional mandatory upgrade, and what can I do as a cool upgrade? These are all things for you to decide. I like to do these videos to kind of help newer guys out, or if you guys have questions, like I said, to kind of determine what you should do versus what you want to do. It's your gun. I believe everybody should be able to do whatever they want with their gun. I'm never going to bash anybody over whatever they have. That's what they like. That's their choice. You know, that's their thing. It's not my thing to go out and bash people. I don't go out and dislike videos if I don't, I just move on. I shut my mouth, move on. It is what it is. But the world of custom guns, custom Glocks is just getting so big out there, and I think it's pretty cool. A lot of guys like it, some guys don't, and they want to bash on it, they want to hate on it. I just don't see a need for that. If you don't want to do that with your gun, that's your decision. If you do want to do that, more power to you. It's your money, it's what you like, and honestly, guys, if it makes you smile, that's all that matters. That second kind of cool, as Nothing Fancy puts it. When I take this gun out, it makes me happy. When I shoot it, it makes me happy. Do I need to have an Agency Arms barrel in here? Probably not, but I like it. It makes me happy. It does perform great. I don't have to have it, but it does make me happy. And at the end of the day, guys, that's what it's all about. Do you need to go buy a Harley? No, you could probably buy a Honda Shadow. Do you need to buy a Corvette? No, you don't need to, but does it make you happy? Is it cool? And guns are no different, guys. It is just so, like I said, if you're getting into guns, I know when I first got into guns, it was overwhelming. I've always enjoyed it. I have a passion for it, but when I first got into it, it was like, what do I do? What's right? What's wrong? What's good? What's bad? And that's what's great about this YouTube thing. We have such a big community of firearms guys, and to be honest, I haven't ran across one guy yet that has a channel, or even in the comments, that I don't like. We might disagree about something, but it doesn't mean I don't like you. It doesn't mean I'm going to be mean to you or treat you any less than someone that I'm talking to that's giving me a good comment. Whatever. I'm not going to treat you bad. If you want to argue or something, I'm probably just going to avoid it, because why? Why would I argue with somebody on the internet? I've never understood that. But, let's be there to help each other out, guys. Let's be there for the newcomer. Let's be there for the guy that's not sure. I'm here to pass on my knowledge and opinions, and yes, there are guys that are a lot more knowledgeable than me. There's guys with big training schools and this and that live that operator lifestyle, and I watch their videos to get information for myself. I'm not saying I'm the end-all be-all, I have every answer. I'm not like that, guys. I just like to share my opinions, and, some of the stuff I get, I like to do testing on and let you guys know what I have found out for myself. So when it comes to the world of upgrades, let's help the next guy out. Like I said, I get questions all day, every day, and I love it. It's awesome. I love being able to help guys out. I like knowing that some people do appreciate my opinion on stuff, and to be honest, I learn stuff from you guys every single day too. You might have something awesome done to your gun that I'm like, man, that's awesome. How do you like it? What's your opinion on it? And that might be something I want to get done. This doesn't just fall into guns. Unfortunately for us gun guys, we have knives to worry about. We have kydex to worry about. Just whatever holster systems, belts. It's just a whole world of awesome shit, basically. So guys, that pretty much covers a lot of what I wanted to talk about. We can go in depth on every single upgrade. Is slide milling, is it something that enhances performance, makes your gun lightweight, more ergonomic, adding front cocking serrations, an RMR cut. It's all about what you like at the end of the day, and I just wanted you guys to know that. Don't worry about what so-and-so says with this huge channel with 1 million subs. Just because he says something doesn't mean that's what you have to do. Now, like I said, I get a lot of good information. When I want something, I look it up on YouTube just like you guys do. I want to know a few different people's opinions on it, and yeah, I might text a few buddies and this and that. That's what we're here for. We have a great firearms community, and that's one of the best things about this. So thank you guys for watching. Please sub to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video, and have a good night, guys.